I started off on animated movies for Disney. So they were the feature animation movies back in the 90s. I worked on Hercules and Atlantis and Tarzan, were three of the movies I worked on for them, which were great fun to work on, really cool movies. And even when I watch them now, you know, I have very fond memories of those times and working on those movies. But then I left and went to work in live action. And I've worked on many movies, over 50 now, too many to mention, but highlights, I think I worked on all the Harry Potter, apart from the first Harry Potter, but I worked on the whole Harry Potter series of movies. So I spent over 10 years working on those, on that franchise. And that was a really good, I don't think I appreciated it as much at the time, but I knew they were big movies. Now I've come to the end of the Harry Potter franchise. Lots of other movies. Gravity was a really great movie. I enjoyed working on that one. More recently, the Star Wars franchise. So they've been big movies. So I've been fortunate enough to work on some of the biggest movies out there. So that's been very fortunate on my part. So the O2 has been a really interesting time for me, learning about this product and having. I'm really thankful to be able to, at this early stage, come on and try out this device. It's interesting. You know, we're always looking for new ways of working, new ways of helping and speeding up the process. Anything that can kind of aid any kind of artwork we produce. So it's really nice, and it's been a really interesting time I've spent with it, learning what commands and how complex it can be. On the surface, it appears quite simple in terms of its control and its movement and this kind of thing, and there's a top layer of commands that you can issue to it. But it's really interesting to see how deep you can go. I mean, I've only had a short time with it, and already I can see that you can, because you're able to assign keyboard shortcuts to, it's quite customizable, so you can try and assign keyboard shortcuts to many of the different features. You can delve down quite deeply, and so I've just got used to some of the commands that I use most frequently, but I can see that the longer, I mean, I'd love to have it spend a few weeks or a month with it just to see how much more I can get out of this thing, because I can see it can be simple on the surface, but it can also get quite complex, and that's a good thing. So you can use it as little as you want, or you can use it and you can really have it as an essential, you know, function. So what's been nice when I've been using it is the ability to, I'm used to having keyboard shortcuts and using the keyboard on my left hand, having my pen and my tablet in the right hand. So that's the way I've been working for many years now. So it's interesting to try out this device, this O2 device, to have no more keyboard in my left hand and just to have this device in my left hand, because the keyboard is a large surface, and although I'm quite used to the keyboard, you do have literally a lot of travel where you're moving around over the size of a keyboard. It's quite nice having this relatively small device in your hand. It's, you know, it's the size of your hand, and having a lot of the features and functions just available really without much movement of your arm. And so I think over time this will just become second nature, and that's a good thing. So I'm looking forward to spending more time with it and getting used to a lot of its features.